Hey there, friends. What if I told you that one of the biggest threats to your comfortable retirement isn't the stock market crashing, unexpected medical bills, or even outliving your savings? It's something that happens in almost every marriage. It's the moment when one of you is no longer here and the Social Security income you counted on suddenly shrinks, sometimes dramatically, overnight. Thousands of dollars a month can vanish right when your surviving spouse needs stability the most. Most couples never see it coming because they never plan for it. Welcome to Retirewise Us. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into a topic that could literally protect or derail your golden years. How married couples need to rethink their entire Social Security strategy around survivor benefits. If you're married or planning to retire with your partner, this might be one of the most important videos you watch this year. Stick with me, we're going to unpack the hidden risks, share practical strategies that actually work, and give you clear steps to make sure both of you are protected no matter what life brings. Let me set the stage. You've worked hard your whole life. You've paid into Social Security, and now you're looking forward to those monthly checks helping fund travel, time with grandkids, or just peace of mind. Most conversations around claiming benefits focus on the obvious questions. When should I start? What's my break-even point? How long do I need to live to make delaying worthwhile? Those matter, but for married couples, they're only half the story. The missing piece? What happens when one of you passes away? Because the math changes instantly, and for far too many couples, it changes for the worse. Here's the reality most people don't realize until it's too late. When both of you are alive and collecting, you're enjoying two separate benefit streams. But when one spouse dies, one of those checks stops completely. The survivor doesn't get both, they keep the higher of the two benefits and lose the smaller one. That's it. No gradual transition, no grace period, just an immediate drop in household income at the hardest possible time. Let's make this real with some numbers. Suppose one spouse, the higher earner, is eligible for about $3,500 a month at full retirement age, while the other gets $2,000. Together, that's $5,500 in reliable monthly income. That's a solid foundation for many households. Now picture the higher earner passing away. The surviving spouse drops down to just $3,500 a month. That's a $2,000 monthly cut, $24,000 a year, gone in an instant. Think about what that means in everyday life. Your mortgage or rent doesn't magically shrink because one person is no longer there. Property taxes stay the same. Utilities might dip a little, but not by much. Groceries for one person don't drop by 40%. And healthcare? Often it gets more expensive for a widow or widower navigating Medicare options alone. Suddenly, that carefully balanced retirement budget is in trouble. Travel plans get canceled. Gifts to family slow down. Even simple joys like dining out become stressful decisions. I've seen this play out too many times. A couple retires comfortably, thinking they've got it all figured out. Then grief hits, and on top of everything, they're forced to downsize their home or dip deeply into savings just to keep the lights on. The emotional toll is devastating enough without adding financial panic. This isn't about being pessimistic. It's about being wise. The goal of smart retirement planning isn't to guess who will live longer or when that day will come. It's to build a strategy that protects the surviving spouse so the income floor doesn't collapse. That's what survivor benefits are designed for, yet most couples treat Social Security as two independent decisions instead of a coordinated plan. So how does it actually work? Social Security offers survivor benefits, but they come with specific rules. The surviving spouse can step into the higher earner's benefit if it's larger than their own. But to maximize that protection, you have to think ahead about claiming ages. This is where strategy makes all the difference. One of the most powerful tools in the Social Security toolkit is delayed retirement credits. For every year you wait past your full retirement age, up to age 70, your benefit grows by about 8% per year. That's a guaranteed, inflation-adjusted boost that's hard to beat anywhere else in the financial world. For couples, this growth has double power. First, it increases your own monthly check while both of you are here. Second, and this is the part most people miss, it permanently raises the survivor benefit for whichever spouse lives longer. If the higher earner delays claiming, that larger benefit becomes the safety net for the survivor. It's like buying extra insurance for your partner's future without paying extra premiums. Think of it this way. Delaying isn't just about getting bigger checks today. It's about creating a stronger income foundation that lasts through the later chapters of life. When healthcare costs often rise and investment portfolios can face more pressure from sequence of returns risk. Of course, life isn't one size fits all. Not every couple should delay to 70. Health concerns, other income sources like pensions, family situations, and overall savings levels all matter. But for most married couples, especially those where there's a meaningful gap between the two benefits, the higher earner delaying as long as reasonably possible is often one of the smartest moves you can make. What about the lower earner? Their decision is often more flexible. In some cases, it makes sense for them to claim earlier to provide current income while the higher earner's benefit keeps growing. This coordinated approach, sometimes called a split claiming strategy, can bridge the gap beautifully. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That sounds great, but we need income now. We're retiring at 62 or 65, not 70. That's a valid concern, and smart planning has an answer for it. Many couples use their retirement savings as a bridge. You retire from your job, draw from your 401k or IRA to cover living expenses in the early years, and let the higher Social Security benefit continue growing. Later, when you start claiming, you lock in that bigger check and stronger survivor protection for decades to come. Yes, you're spending down savings earlier, but the trade-off often pays off handsomely. That higher guaranteed income stream is inflation-adjusted and immune to market volatility. In the later years of retirement, when withdrawals from portfolios become trickier, having a larger Social Security base gives you tremendous peace of mind. It's like purchasing longevity insurance with your own savings. Let me share a couple of hypothetical but very common examples to show how this plays out. Example 1. Mike and Sarah. Mike has the higher benefit potential. They both want to retire at 63. Without planning, they both claim early, getting decent but reduced checks. When Mike passes at 78, Sarah's income drops sharply, forcing her to sell their vacation home. With better planning, Mike delays to 70 using savings as a bridge. His benefit grows substantially. Sarah inherits a much larger survivor benefit, keeping their lifestyle intact even after her loss. Example 2. A couple heavily reliant on Social Security with modest savings. Here, the survivor benefit strategy becomes critical. Delaying the higher earner's claim might feel scary short-term, but it prevents a future crisis. They might cut back on some luxuries early on to make the math work, but the long-term security is worth it. On the flip side, let's talk about the common pitfalls I see all the time. These mistakes compound and can be costly. First, claiming based purely on break-even analysis. Those calculators are useful, but they ignore the survivor reality. They assume you're optimizing for one lifetime, not protecting two people across potentially decades of widowhood or widowerhood. Second, assuming expenses will drop dramatically after one spouse passes. Sure, some costs, like dining out or certain hobbies, might decrease, but big fixed expenses, housing, insurance, taxes, stay stubborn. Healthcare for one senior can actually cost more per person in some scenarios. The net result? A bigger income gap than expected. Third, forgetting about inflation. A $1,500 monthly reduction today sounds tough, but compound that over 15 or 20 years with rising prices, and the real purchasing power loss becomes enormous. Social Security has cost of living adjustments, which is why protecting the largest possible base benefit is so valuable. It grows with inflation from a higher starting point. Fourth, building retirement plans around best-case scenarios only. Both of you healthy, both checks flowing, markets cooperating. Smart plans get stress-tested. What if one passes at 72? What if markets drop 30% the same year? What if healthcare costs spike? Running these scenarios with a financial professional can reveal weaknesses before it's too late. Certain couples face even higher stakes here. If your benefits are very uneven, one much higher than the other, the higher earner's claiming decision carries extra weight. The lower earner is more vulnerable. Couples who rely on Social Security for 50% or more of their income also need extra caution, and those with smaller investment portfolios have fewer buffers, making survivor planning essential rather than optional. In today's world with longer lifespans, this matters more than ever. Women often outlive men, but that's not universal. Planning for the survivor protects both of you regardless of who goes first. It also intersects with other parts of your retirement puzzle, required minimum distributions from IRAs, tax strategies, Medicare premiums, and even estate planning. One more valuable point many overlook: spousal benefits while both are alive. The lower earner can sometimes claim a spousal benefit, up to 50% of the higher earner's full benefit, while the higher earner delays. This adds another layer of flexibility in your toolkit. Coordinating these options with a knowledgeable advisor can unlock thousands in extra lifetime income. So, how do you put this into action? Start by gathering your latest Social Security statements. Look at your projected benefits at different claiming ages: 62, full retirement age, and 70. Run the numbers for both individual and survivor scenarios. Consider using free or low-cost online tools from the SSA. But don't stop there. Sit down with a certified financial planner who specializes in retirement income planning. They can model different strategies, incorporate your full financial picture, and help you stress test. Remember, Social Security decisions are irreversible once you start claiming in most cases. You want to get this right the first time. At Retirewise Us, our mission is to help you retire with clarity and confidence. We've seen how proper survivor planning transforms families, turning potential vulnerability into lasting security. It allows the surviving spouse to grieve without financial fear. It preserves dignity and options in later life. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond and haven't had this conversation yet, now is the time. Don't wait until that heartbreaking moment forces your hand. Take control while you still have choices. If this video resonated with you, here's what I recommend next. Download your latest Social Security benefit estimates today. Talk openly with your spouse about these scenarios. No one likes thinking about loss, but love means planning for it. Consider a professional review of your full retirement income plan. If you're looking for personalized guidance and want to work with a team that truly understands these nuances, head over to our website at retirewiseus.com. We work with a select group of families who want thoughtful, comprehensive retirement planning. You can schedule a conversation there and see if it's a good fit. Thank you so much for watching and investing your time in your future. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Retirewise Us, and hit the notification bell so you never miss content that helps you retire wiser and live better. Drop a comment below. Have you thought about survivor benefits in your plan? What questions do you still have? I read everyone. Remember, the best retirement isn't just about the biggest check today, it's about the strongest foundation for whatever tomorrow brings. You've got this. We'll see you in the next video. Take care and retire wise.